The Overwatch Invasion reveal stream just ended, and these are the biggest takeaways from that event. Let's have a look. Hey guys, I'm Dames from the Omnic Post. Blizzard tried to raise the hype for Season 6, aka Overwatch Invasion, and maybe also the game in general, with today's reveal stream. Did they succeed? Well, my overall excitement for Season 6 is still at the same level. Excited, but very cautious. That being said, there were a few surprises in there, both good and bad. Like when you opened the bathroom cupboard. If you want to see the complete stream for yourself, I'll leave a link below. But allow me to give you a roundup of the most important topics they discussed. First off, story missions. We did get a bit of a look at some nice concept art. We also got to see a bit of gameplay, on Gothenburg for instance, which gave us a bit of a sense of the variety and gameplay elements and enemies that they're aiming for. And above all, the overall size of the maps. But it wasn't as if we got a real mission at work. It was more of an eclectic collage of moments. Yeah, that's French. Fancy, right? Like Brigitte taking a full barrage of rockets to the face. She wasn't even wearing sunscreen. Like seriously, she just stood there, looked up at the sky, and saw the rockets coming at her and went, that lady needs help. Look, I had hoped to see some gameplay. Gameplay that would reassure us and guide some of those naysayers back to safety. But that didn't happen. The reasons why they did not really show gameplay don't necessarily have to be negative, like it not being ready for instance, although it was clearly still work in progress. We saw enough of those labels, but maybe they just didn't want to spoil big parts of the story. I don't know. It is what it is. And let's be honest, for the people that don't follow this game on a daily basis, it was actually enough. They did do what they set out to do for those people. And I think they are still the bigger part. And the rest of us, well, we'll just have to wait till August 10th. Next up are the event missions. Yeah, that's a new name. It's a new name for those co-op events they talked about last time. You know, with Tracer, the huge shooting push bot? And those are, as I had predicted, recycled hero missions with difficulty levels. My biggest concern was, and still is, that the replay value of all that PvE content is rather low. And Blizzard seems to agree, as they shared that these event missions will actually change a little bit every week. Nothing too drastic, just maybe enough for you to check out the mission again the next week. And that actually nudges them closer to those hero missions. The difference is that these event missions change once a week. The hero missions changed every single day, and there were a ton of them, not just one. They also clarified that these event missions won't necessarily be canon. They'll sometimes kind of be in that gray zone, maybe even outside of that gray zone, into the weird stuff. We like weird stuff, don't know if you can tell. But that first one with Tracer in King's Row is apparently in that gray zone. And I think that gray part is, yeah, the push bot with the gun head. I mean, if he has the guns, why is he not fighting along and push? Cheeky bugger. I mean, this is a good start. But above all, it strengthens my conviction that they have not given up on hero missions just yet. That is still something that is in the back of their heads, somewhere in a drawer, but that is just going to be a long grind to get there. It might take them a few years, but at some point we're going to wake up and there's going to be something in Overwatch that looks really close to the hero missions they promised us in 2019. And who knows, maybe they're still thinking about the MMO part. We'll see. The hero masteries, they are training grounds for those heroes that you don't play that much or maybe never played before. They said that they're actually simulations that Winston made in Gibraltar. There's a room somewhere that you can enter to play those missions. Now we'll start out with 6 of them a few weeks into Season 6. Now all of these missions will have difficulty levels and they will have a score attached to that. So could be fun. Nothing too groundbreaking, but it could be a nice distraction at times. What was a bit of a surprise was the new progression system they introduced. Some players have been complaining that they missed the old leveling system, but that system was kind of boring. All it just did was bump up a number and confuse the fuck out of me with these portrait borders that required the use of a cheat sheet to read what level you were at. So Blizzard came up with something different. Starting with Season 6, you can level your heroes, and not only your heroes, specific statistics on your heroes. See, leveling those statistics will drive up the level of your heroes, to the point that you'll start unlocking rewards for that hero. And for now, those are all going to be name cards that allow you to show off your level on Reinhardt or Tracer to everybody in the game. I mean, that is a very good start, but they might add more rewards in the future. Now, they didn't say as much, but if there's anything I learned in the last few months is that we can be very persistent and they are really listening. They will give in eventually. It brings back a lot of memories. I was an annoying kid. I still am. No, but seriously, that hero leveling system, that is a nice addition. I like it. I can't wait to see how this will evolve over the next few months and years. They of course also showed off some Flashpoint gameplay. Now they didn't do the exhibition game strictly. I mean, we saw some gameplay, but that was about it. It was on the new maps of Suravasa, which is the India map, and New Junk City. Guess where that is? Both maps look gorgeous in their own way, all special. But above all, they are huge, like seriously huge, and for a good reason, because that new mode needs a lot of space. He actually explained in detail how it's going to work, and the best way to describe it is 3CP+, but that wouldn't really do it justice. It actually is kind of a mix between 2CP and Control. Suravasa, the India map, was actually meant to be a 2CP map, but then they kind of expanded on the whole idea. See, those maps have 5 capture points in total, and they're spread all over the map. All of the capture points are built up rather symmetrically, so nobody has an advantage. At the start of the match, one of those points will be activated, and the idea is that you both rush in and try to capture that point. The way you capture a point is much like in Control. You need to grab it and hold on to it for a certain amount of time, and then you secured it. Now, once you capture that first point, a random second point will be activated, and you basically both rush towards that second point. The first team to capture 3 of those points is the winner. Now, unlike in 2CP, you don't have a defending or attacking team. You're both attacking. You don't have that linear flow because these points activate randomly within that very big space. So I think this could be interesting. And if it works really well, they might consider, in my opinion at least, rework some maps like Horizon Paris, Voskaya, Anubis, and oh yeah, Hanamura. They also explained that these new Flashpoint maps will include a lot of lore. There's a lot of space to do that. In New Junk City, for instance, you can see Junkertown. I didn't even know there were different things. There you go. Update your city guides. I can't wait to do a video on all of these maps. But that was actually it. They did not further elaborate on the new hero. I guess they want to keep something a surprise. It's still Blizzard, I mean. And as I said at the start, the whole presentation didn't really change my opinion on Season 6. I saw some beautiful content, some gorgeous looking maps. We got an interesting update on progression, but not really something that has me slamming my desk and say, that's what I'm talking about. I'll keep that one for after the release, hopefully. Now tell me, what did you think about the reveal stream and that new progression system? Let me know in the comments. Join me during my streams on twitch.tv/DamesTV and make sure to subscribe for more updates on Overwatch.